Hello, we're back on the PilatesJ YouTube, and today I'm going to do the prone exercises and the side lie that are from the first two newsletter blogs. Okay, so prone means that we're on our front, so I'm just resting my whole body down on the mat. My forehead is resting on the back of my hand. And I'm dropping my shoulders down away from my ears. So here I'm going to start with 3 breaths that connect the pelvic floor and the transverse abdominis. So breath in, expanding the back of the rib cage, and then breathe out to connect. Beautiful. So here we're going into diamond press, and for this work with the core holding, we should feel no activity in the back of the legs. So that's what you're aiming for. You can see that my legs have flopped open, so if you bring your heels together, then allow the heels to flop open and just check that the legs are very inactive. We're now going to breathe in, connect the core, and then lift up through the sternum, looking down at the mat, keeping the back of the neck long and shoulders away from ears. Breathing up there, connect the core so that there is support to lower your body back down without your legs becoming involved. Beautiful. I'll do one more. Breathe in, connect, come up, feeling the support of the core, breathing, find that support again, and down we come. And all the time, the tailbone is quite long and soft. Beautiful. From here now, we're going to rest our head on the mat, or you can rest it on a little blanket here, and then allow the palms to face up. And this is the exercise we call dart. So we're keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Take a breath in, connect core, and then lift. You can lift your head off the little blanket, and you can just press your hands towards your thighs, and then relax back down. Resting, breathing in. Find the core, and then lift up to the dart position. And all the while we want to keep this tailbone soft, so we don't want to feel any tension through the low back here. So by keeping the tail long and soft and keeping the core really on here, we can do this exercise without loading into our back. Beautiful. That remembering the core there is so important for that. Great, so you will do 6 or 8 of those. And now what we're going to do is straighten the legs out and come to some reaches. So you can breathe in, connect your core again. You might like to bring your hands back to the diamond press position. And now we're going to connect core and then our glute max across here, and by engaging that, our leg is going to reach and lengthen. The aim is not to take it high off the floor, but to reach long out of the hip joint. So it's going to look like this. I'm just going to let my body find its relax first. Take a breath in, connect the pelvic floor and the core, fire up the glute, and because I've fired that and I'm reaching, my foot will softly leave the floor and back down. Beautiful. And then the other side. Reach, fire up that glute, and allow that to softly leave the floor. I want you to notice as you're doing it that the front of your hip softens down into the mat. what we don't want is a hip that has lifted off the floor. So just allow the softening at the front and then the activity at the back. Beautiful. Okay, we can take that into a swimming leg by reaching one leg, and then as it comes down, the other leg reaches up. So we're swapping, and now we've got continuous activity for the glutes. So they are really strengthening now as we continue with the swim legs. And we're trying to do it without the shoulders becoming involved. Beautiful. So that's our swim legs, and just resting down. And now we're going to roll onto our side. So we use the blanket as a little pillow because we're going to do chest opener inside lie. So we take the position where the shins of the legs are parallel with this front side of the mat, and then we're resting our head. So we've got like a 90-90 going on in our body, and then we want to bring our hands to the side here. It's a common thing to bring your hands up a little too high, and then your shoulders are up around your ears. So if we bring our hands down, we bring our shoulders down. So let's be very mindful of that lovely space between our ears and our shoulders. And we're going to open up the top arm toward the ceiling without moving the spine. So that's the first part of our chest opener. And then we're going to breathe in for here again. And we're going to breathe out to our core and allow a rotational movement around the spine of our rib cage. And this arm, it reaches out towards the wall rather than dropping down towards the floor where this shoulder is going to lift up and be up around our ears. So we don't care about the arm making it to the floor, just on this beautiful openness here. Beautiful. So there's a lovely openness through the front of the chest, and then we're going to breathe in and working from the back of the shoulder, keeping this softness here, we're going to feel how the closing comes about. Beautiful. And just one more of those. Another breath. Reaching a beautiful open feel to this chest opener. And close. Lovely. So now we're going to go to our clowns. So just bending this bottom arm up so that we rest on our bicep. And now we bring the feet back in line with our bottom. So we've got a nice line up of shoulders, hips and heels. Beautiful. And now just checking that you're long through your torso. So we've got a nice length here. And as we really lengthen that and stack the hips one on top of the other, you might find you've got a little gap at the floor here. And so that's a good thing. We want to feel that as we engage our transverse. Okay, so we're going to rest our head, just rest our feet so they are not engaged, they're soft. So we're going to breathe in and really engage our core, and then we're letting this femur bone reach out as we open the clam. So there's a reachiness. So there's space being created inside the hip joint here. And once again, we don't take the knee right up to the ceiling, just opening to feel the reachiness. And then a breath in and close with resistance. Beautiful. So we're wanting to feel our glute med, which is right in the middle of the back of your bottom there. And so you might even put a hand there to see if you can feel that activity. So that we want the activity to be in your bottom and not in your leg. So this leg stays fairly inactive and we're looking for that action there. And then when you've got it, if you close with resistance, you'll still feel it activated. So let's do one more. going to go to our side lie reaches. So we've got both legs extended long now, and we're working the outside of the top leg first. So we're just breathing in, keeping this nice stability through the pelvis, and then again this is a reachiness. So it's a sense of reaching long and back down. And you'll do 6 or 8 of those. I'm just doing 2. Then we're going to hold the last one up, and now we're going to work the strength of the inside thigh muscle here, and we're going to lift from there. So once again, the feet are not too involved. Lift up. They are in their dorsiflex, which brings strength to the whole leg. Beautiful. And we'll take a little quad stretch. So we're going to grab our shin and lengthen through this quad here by taking our knee back. And that's such an important stretch for all of us. If we sit, our quads shorten. So this is our chance in side lie to really lengthen through that quad. Beautiful. And of course, in your at-home practice, you'll do the other side. So now I'm going to go on to my back and we'll do the pretzel stretch. So lying on our back, popping this foot up on its opposite knee, and then taking this other foot off the floor. And if that's not easy for you, you can use a TheraBand or a tie or a scarf or whatever you have at home, and you can just hold that up there. And then as we allow this knee to open up a little, you should get a really good stretch through one side of your glutes. So just spend some time there, allowing that to stretch. That's a really good stretch to overcome any sciatic pain that you might be experiencing. And then we'll do the other side. Stretching through the other side. And then with or without a TheraBand, if you don't have a TheraBand, it won't matter, we can do our leg stretches. So popping the TheraBand around your foot, we stretch out the hamstrings through the back of the leg, and we're trying to just keep that tailbone down. So it's not a matter of pulling this leg right up this way, it's more a matter of letting your sitting bone reach down to the floor and feeling the stretch from there. Then when we begin to move with the ankle joint, so we can see that's a dorsiflex and then a plantar flex, you'll feel a nice stretch to your calf muscle. So that's a really good thing. And then we'll take the opposite hand for the band and draw this leg turned inwards across the body, keeping this hip down. So we want to keep that hip down and feel a stretch all along the outside of the leg. And usually you don't have to go very far at all before we feel that stretch. But if you let this hip up, then you will miss the stretch. So keep that hip down, and there's our inside thigh stretch. And now we'll stretch, that's our outside thigh stretch. Now we're going to stretch the inside. So we're going to come up this way and just, you can keep this foot on the floor, but we want the pelvis even. So be careful that you don't tip towards the long leg side. So just keeping these bones even to the floor, and then you can leave this foot on the floor or you might lift it up. And then we're getting a nice stretch through the inside thigh. Beautiful. And then of course, at home, you would do the other side. Thank you for watching.